And today I brought you this new product that I had, which is called Merge Cube. So you could see here it says Merge. This is a kind of augmented reality that could be used to for educational purposes or general to explore things or to play with it. So for this, there are different apps that could be used, and the app that I'm gonna use, it's called Object Viewer. So if I go to this app Object Viewer, you will see there are different contents to go through that you could learn about and explore. For example, this is our solar system. I'll just open that, and you could see there are different objects that you could look into. So you see, I'll quickly show you an example. For example, this one is uh, Earth. It says low Earth orbit. I'm gonna click on that one, and then what we will do is, if we put the cube there, and you could see that particular topic that you selected in a cube, you could zoom it in to look at that, and you could also read about different things. And this is interactive. You see, this is the cube that I'm holding, and I could see different sides of this augmented reality. For example, here I want to learn about Earth orbit. I could click here and on the eye, and I could read about it that an object in low Earth orbit, it can make a trip around the Earth in 128 minutes or less. Most human-made objects in space are in low Earth orbit, and you could see this. They are showing this low Earth orbit, and there is one of the space shuttles that are going around the orbit, and you could explore, look it closely also. And this is actually showing how the earth is turning, and this is how the earth goes around its orbit. But you could, and it's showing the space, what is it called, space shuttle or whatever it's called, right? It's going around the orbit in the low orbit. So there are like a lot more things that you could explore here and you could learn or play with. For example, here is the sun, and you see the sun, and you could learn a lot about the sun, and you could even look at the solar system. So if I go back, we see we see a solar system here. Let me see. Yep, here is the solar system. So you can even check out the solar system once it's loaded. You could pick up the cube, and you can put it here. You could see how different planets are going around the sun. The sun is going around its orbit, and Mercury is going around it like crazy. And then there is Venus, which is going very slow. And then the Earth, you could see that Earth is going around the sun and also going around its orbit. So these are different things. You could again bring it closer, you could zoom in, and there are also places where you could click to read more about it. There are more options also. If you click on the options, you could uh, do the device light on, or you can go to the info section, or you could even stamp it. I could make another copy of that, and then I don't even need the cube. I could actually see it in real space, right? And then I could click here and I could delete that object. I'm back to the cube. With a cube, it's like easy. You could just turn it around and see different sides. Let me show you some other categories. So this was the solar system, and you see there are so many different categories there. So depending on what you need to learn or are interested in, there is a museum collection. There is like lung health, life cycle of silk moth, frog, lab equipment, Jurassic period, everything, all the dinosaurs and different trees and stuff that were available in the Jurassic time. Let's see if we find, yeah, there is human development. So you could even learn about how the babies are like get to different stages while they are in the womb. And you could see here, for example, this is week 3, or this is week 7, week 10. let's look at week 10, and we could see how much a baby is developed when they are at week 10. So this is, again, we are at the cube, and we could zoom that in, and you could see this is the placenta that the baby is connected to. The placenta provides oxygen and nutrients to the growing embryo and removes waste from it. It attaches to the wall of the uterus, so you could see that. And then here you could see the baby is developing. I think we were at week 10, right? So it's showing the ear, the eye. We could read more about it. At this stage, the eyes face laterally to the sides, but later they will move more anteriorly to the front of the face. So you could see that the eyes are more on the side, and later as the babies are developed, it goes towards the center or front of the face. And you see, like, this is normally hard to see in the books and all, and this is really interactive uh, piece. It's just this small cube, and then you download the app, and you could, have this augmented reality. I could click here to close this information. I could even hide all the labels by clicking here. Then the labels are hidden, and now I just see the thing that we are viewing, right? I'm gonna turn the labels on so that we could read about things too. Let me know in the chat if you want to see any particular thing. I could open that, but we could just look through. So this is week 23. How week 23 will be like around fifth or around sixth month, right? So this is how the babies, how much babies are developed in 6 months. You see now the eyes are moving a little bit in the front. It's showing the umbilical cord. Now umbilical cord, footprint developing. So ridges are forming on the soles of the feet that will later become footprints. You see, let me hide the labels here. Option, hide labels, and I could zoom in, and you could see how the eyes and the mouth and the nose are developing. The hands are developing too, right? So I found it pretty interesting that, to use it. Let's look at the labels and see what else it says about the eyes or the ear. Let's see, eyes. It says, let me zoom out. The eye components have developed, but it will be a few weeks before the eyes begin to open and close. So at this stage, the eyes are not opening or closing, right? So this is, I feel like, so cool that all this information you could find in this cube, and it's good educational resource. So let's see if we want to pick a different week for this. It's loading. Okay, so we are at week 23 right now. Let's go to another week. Let me make sure I have full brightness. I'm outside. Let me know also if you guys can't see clearly, then I'll try to move inside. So this, for example, week 37 is when the baby should be more mature and developed. And we could see I did the baby upside down. Okay, you see, like, now the baby looks more developed, and we could read more whatever we want to read about, whatever it shows here, nearly 12 lungs inside chest. If you want to read about it, says because the lungs and liver are not yet fully developed, a baby born at this stage would be considered early term. So this is like 37, right? So at week 30, at week 40, the babies are fully developed. So here, once it loads, we'll see that. So this is how the week 40 baby is, who is fully developed. There are hand, feet, eyes, mouth, nose, ears, everything is there, right? So you could, yeah, easily turn around and see different sides of this AR reality. I'll go back, and we could look at something else. So let me know if you have a choice for anything. Like, there are honeybees that we could look through. There is geology, different parts of the earth. You could learn about earth. You could learn about genetics. For example, if we go to earth, we can explore. It says explore geological structures like tectonic plates, layers of earth, volcanoes, fossils, and other stuff, right? So, for example, you want to read about the structure of earth, you could just see here that this is the outer layer of the earth. What are the different layers called? And when you click on the eye, you could read about the different things. So let's look at the inner core. I wonder if it shows the temperature of it. The inner core is a solid sphere made mostly of iron and nickel. It is extremely hot but kept solid by enormous pressure. It is nearly the size of the moon. So just the inner portion of the earth called inner core is the size of the moon, you know. So, and again, you could like turn it around and look at the earth or different things. Let's go back. What else we could study? So there are different, you know, rocks and all stuff that you could study about, or this talks about plate tectonics. And again, let me know if you have any specific thing you want to see. These are dead flowers. Okay, let me bring my flower pot here. It's just nice to see, right? Okay, so here it's a Philippine plate. I don't even know what that means, so I could always read about it. It lies underneath the ocean to the east of Philippines. It's also known as Philippine Sea Plate. So it just talk about different tectonic plates, right? And then if we go back from geology, there are genetics and gemstones. So garden, let's look at the garden, what it shows there. So hold and inspect different types of garden vegetables like garlic, onion, sweet potato, leek, lettuce, radish, daikon. So there are different things you could read about. Let's go to peace, and let's look at the cube. So you know, it talks about what is a pod of the seed. Its pea plant protects the pea seeds within. It is edible in early stages of development. So the pea pod is uh, in early stages of development. You could eat that, and then the seed inside the pea pod are edible at multiple stages of development. So those are the things actually we eat seeds of the peas, not actually the outer layer, right? So again, you could just go around and see different sites. And then they also have different other educational content. It has a lot of different content that you could look through and learn about fossils. Again, it depends on your interest. Flowers and their structure. You can look at the artwork. So there are these five different arts that it's showing. For example, this is the most popular one, right? Mona Lisa. And it's showing in this 3D, like you could hold it and turn around and look at the art, you know. So this is again Mona Lisa. Maybe everyone knows this art, and you know, you could just go around and look at this one. If we go back, we could see uh, four other arts. So for example, this is the bedroom, and we could look at the bedroom art closely. We could go in, and you know, there are different arts hanging in this art, and you could look at go around the room, you know, easily. All right, so that's that. Let's see, let me know if you want to look at the other art. The other one is, they're hard to read. One is yellow submarine. One, other two I don't get it what it says. Okay, let's go back. These are the famous artworks in 3D. And let me know again if you have any particular interest to look. For example, there are extinct animals, there are engines, and there are dinosaurs. If anyone is interested in dinosaurs, you could study about that. If we go into dinosaurs, then you could, for example, we want to see the Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex. So you click there and it's loading. Okay, so here is our Rex. You know, you could have a close up. You could even see it in your space. Like you could just go in options, or you click here to stamp, and now we have one that is, you know, sitting outside this one. I could just move it somewhere in the lawn. Oh, where did it go? Here. So I could, increase its size, and I could just go around and look at that in the rail space. So this, you could use the app even without the cube, but the cube is something that uh, makes it interactive, that you could turn around and look at the different sides of something. Okay, let's go back. Let's see what else they have to offer. Development of a chicken, that's a nice one, right? You could see how the chickens are developed from an egg. So let's look at these stages actually. So if we look at this, oh, the dinosaur is still here. Let me delete the dinosaur. It's gonna eat our chickens otherwise. Options, delete object. Okay. So you see they have like a cross section of the egg, and this is outside of the egg, this is the yolk, and you could read about these different things in the egg. There is thick albumin, there's yolk, thin albumin, air cell. I'm not gonna read through these things, but yeah, let's look at the different stages of the egg. If I click here, and it should show us different options. Okay, so we are at unfertilized egg, and then this is a fertilized egg. That's how that one is. I don't see much difference, and I'm not gonna read about it. So chicken embryo. So here chicken embryo day 3 and day 5. We could look at that and see how different it looks. Okay, so I could see that chicken has started to form here. You see, this is the day 3 in of the embryo, chicken embryo. So we could see something now. There is a cardiac structure in the middle where there is a bump, and let's see how it looks on day 5. Or this is day 5, and you could see that it has started to grow. And look, this is how day 5 chicken looks like in an egg. And again, you could read much more about it. Oops, why did I go back? Okay, we could just look. Day 14 is like 2 weeks. Oh wow, look at day 21 when it's almost ready. Let's look at that, how it is packed inside an egg. So this is how the chicken is packed inside the egg. Look at that. It's like really, really squished, right? And seems like they are really flexible. That's how they could turn. There are eyelids that are closed, there is a head, the claws are closed, their legs, scales. You see, this is how they are packed a inside an egg. So seems like chickens are very flexible. Even babies are like that, like they are folded. Let's look at the day before. So this is day 21, this is day 18, while they are still developing. So yeah, you could see they are like growing. So the yolk is still there. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, let's go back and see if we could explore something else. I'll go back and back. So there is dental health. It talks about, close up of all that stuff. And the Cretaceous period, computer parts, you could look at those parts closely, as augmented reality. Butterflies and moths, circulatory system, you could learn about the heart and stuff. For example, what is a clogged artery, like how people get heart attack, or atherosclerosis and stuff. So you could look at this and see it's showing the red blood cells. These are the red blood cells, and this thing that is like thickening this yellow portion here. So let's read about that is the plaque buildup. So when the doctors ask you not to like eat cholesterol or decrease the intake of cholesterol, because plaque, it consists of deposits of cholesterol and other substances in this artery. So that's how like this is gonna cause the heart to stop working, because the artery will prevent the blood from going to the different parts of the bodies. I don't know, will it be heart attack or atherosclerosis or something? And you could look at different things in the heart, like whatever you want to learn. It talks about different blood cells, blood vessels, and it should also show the heart and stuff. For example, this is the heart cross section. So this is like easier to learn instead of just looking at the books. Here you could interact with it. I could see, like, how the different, like, septum is opening and closing, or there is a tricuspid valve, and there is, where the blood comes in through the veins. You could see how the veins, this is the vein in the right atrium, that's where the blood comes in the heart. And then this is the left atrium, that's where the blood will go to the arteries, which are red, right? So it's pretty cool, like, to learn different things, I would say, instead of just looking at the notebooks. So I wonder if they keep it in the school, something like this, which could be really, useful to teach various things. Okay, let's explore something else. Let's see what else there is. Butterflies, moth. Do you want to look at the butterfly? Oh, butterfly and their life cycle. So it also talks about how the butterflies are, made. So there is the life cycle of a butterfly. And if I zoom in, sorry, there was a mosquito on my face. Okay, so we look at that, how it starts from the eggs on a leaf, right? And then it's forming, these are eggs on a milkweed leaf, and then it's forming a caterpillar larva, and then, transitioning to pupa, and so on and so forth. It shows different stages, and finally it's a butterfly, that adult butterfly that is made. But this is so cool that you could look at the whole life cycle of the butterfly here easily, and then you could choose different options that you want to look through. For example, these are the caterpillar stuff, and I'm just gonna zoom in the cube to see that. Okay, so it's like right on the leaf. And we could actually also do a real life size. If we go to the option, you could click on actual size. Uh, the object actual size may be too large to display properly on merge cube. Oh, okay, so this is the actual size. You could see at the top it's showing actual size, and this is the actual size of the leaf if it is on my hand. So that is also a cool thing, that you could see the actual size of the things that you are looking at, right? Okay, so next, let's see if we go back and see some other category. Guys, if you would like, I'll appreciate if you can subscribe to my channel. uh, and then I have all different kind of contents that I go through, so you could always look at different videos. I have 400 plus videos, I have many lives, and I go over different things, nothing, not just one thing. Guys, could you still see my screen, or it's getting sunny, then I may have to move somewhere? If not, I'll keep going. So let's look at this horseshoe crab, right? So let's see how horseshoe crab looks inside out, pretty much, right? So it's still loading. Bro, why is it not loading? Come on, come on. Load. Okay, okay, there it loaded. So this is the horseshoe crab, and normally you go to the museum, you could even touch it, and you could see, you could there also, you could pick it up, and here you could see that this is the inside of the horseshoe crab. I feel like it's too sunny, maybe I should move to a shaded area. Let me see. Let me know if this is any better. Oh no, my phone is falling. Or give me a second, guys. Let me see. Let me know if this is better, or I should just move inside if it is like uh, too bright over here. Okay, could you see my screen? I'll take silence as yes. Okay, so this is what we were looking at. So if you do upside down, you could look inside and you could read about that. Like, for example, what are the gills? What does they do here? And all different kind of things. So it says with 6 pairs of book gills, horseshoe crabs, they can breathe underwater. They can also breathe in air as long as their gills stay moist. That's cool, right? If their gills are moist, they could breathe outside the water too. But when the gills dry up, they need to get back in the water. That's how maybe they allow you to pick it up in the museum, or not museum, what is it called? Where there are these sea animals. Aquarium. Okay, so you could pick it up in the aquarium. All right, let's go back and look at something else. So again, these are the different animals that you could look at. Millipede. I see centipede in our house often. And then there's shrimp, blue crab. Again, you could like open and look at these things. Let's see what else you want to see. There is architecture, animal teeth. I'm not interested in animal teeth. Ancient Egypt, animal classifications. Let me know if you want to see anything in particular. There's anatomy of an eye, so you could look at eye or learn about the eye more. And it even shows different eye exam equipments and stuff. So hi Misha, thank you for your comment. So here we could see, again, this is like really educational thing which helps people and kids to learn, faster. So here you could see this is the eye. You could read about different things here. It's not just a boring notebook thing, you could, it's interactive. You click and read about it. You could turn and look at the cross section, how it looks inside, not just, in a notebook, but actually holding it, right? So, and this is the cube that, looks like that. Okay. Hello, Misha. And then let's go back. Let me know if anyone wants to see any particular product here, because there are many different contents and I'm just randomly going through some stuff. There is a brain. You could read about the brain. What are these featured objects? Let's look at that. So they have some featured objects where we saw week 37. We already saw that structure of earth. We could see the pyramid. Let's look at the pyramid. Have you guys been to pyramid? Okay, so if I zoom in, you could look at that pyramid. You see it also, you can read about the structure, the alignment and other things, and you could see how it is. Up close, you could go pretty much, here. Did you know that there is that space at the top where there are pretty much doors? And I didn't know that. Okay, there are 4 doors, it seems like. Oh, there are more openings, right? So you could look up the things pretty closely, and you see like this is the design and all of this pyramid, and you could look up close and then you could read about that, what different things mean there. For example, there is that platform also, that is the platform where there are different doors, right? So it says the limestone platform of the pyramid is built over a cenote. These freshwater sinkholes had both practical and spiritual importance to ancient Maya. So there are different things that it's talking about, and there we could read about steps. So there are, each of the 4 sides of the pyramid has 91 steps, 365 in total. So okay, there are 91 steps on each side, and I don't know how it it should be 364, but maybe there is an extra step somewhere. Okay. Hey Misha. And then if I go back, let's look at some other featured objects. Let me know if you guys want to see anything, otherwise I'll keep going. So there is this anglerfish. Let's look at the anglerfish. So again, this is the cube, and we point at the cube, and then we could look at that. And when I move the cube, I could move it around. So you could see, you could read about the mouth of anglerfish or their eye. And oh wow, what is this? There is this on anglerfish. Did you guys know that? I didn't. I'm gonna read about this thing that called lure. Okay, so it says the lure of the anglerfish is an elongated piece of dorsal spine that extends over the fish's head and dangles over the mouth. The bulbous tip houses bioluminescent bacteria. Oh, that's why there is like that light or shine on the top. That's nice, cool. Okay, so again, this was anglerfish. Let's look at something else. There we saw the rex. We saw the flower cross section we could look at. And there is human brain cross section. Oh, let's look at the earth with the tilt and the moon. Okay, let it load. Alrighty, let's look at this one. So here we could see the earth, and then we could see that there is, it's not very bright. Oh, here is the moon. So that's how the moon, let me zoom out a little bit. Oh, where did the moon go? Here. So this is how moon goes around the earth. It's just going around, right? Like these are the different angles that it's showing that the earth is at a tilt, right? It's showing those angles. Okay, let's go back. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. And what else you want to see? There is a human brain. Oh, there is Venus flytrap. You know, this is the plant that could actually catch the flies. So this is the lobe. The trap is made up of two modified leaves called lobes hinged together. And here you could see this is where I think they trap the, oh no, they trap the animals here in this one. That's what I think. Flower stalk, trichomes. Yep. So again, you could read much more about things. You could see there are so many those information sections here where you could click and read about that. So I just wanted to show you the demo of this product. But you won't have anything particular to see, you let me know. You could study about the plant cells, for example, and here again we'll turn it around and it shows all the different things that exist in the plant cell. What's a ribosome, for example? You could read about that. Ribosomes are small organelles where protein synthesis occur, and you could like look ribosomes closely, and you can also look at other things up close here, you know. So this is what Golgi apparatus, I think. Let me see. Oh no, this is endoplasmic reticulum. This should be Golgi apparatus. Uh, doesn't even show. Oh, here Golgi apparatus is here, the pink one. You can read about that. That's the, it modifies, sorts and packages proteins and other materials from the endoplasmic reticulum for storage in cell or release outside of the cell. So you see, like in this, you could read and learn about different parts while being interactive to it. Okay, let's see what else. Let me go back and we could explore animal classifications. There are, let me see what it shows. I have no idea. So, lionfish. Oh, I see lionfish in the stores here. They do sell the lionfish. Let's look at lionfish. So, looks pretty cool, right? And then again, you could hide these things, you know, that it's showing there. You just go here and turn the labels off, and then you just see the actual object or the animal. So you can look up close, you know, from all different sides. Oops, here. Look how pointy these things are, right? And also you could take some screenshots when you are playing with it, isn't it? I feel like I need water. Okay, so just show you the labels, and if you want to read about anything, you know, what are pectoral fin. Lionfish use this pectoral fins to maneuver while swimming. Okay. Tricksters ask, what is this? So this is basically a cube that is for augmented reality, and I'm using the app called Object Viewer. So this app you could open and look at the objects like in augmented reality. So if I open this and I have selected cube over here, if I point the camera towards cube, it will show that particular thing that I'm looking at. So you could see there is this elephant that I chose, and I could move the cube around, and then I could see the different sides of anything that I'm viewing. As I said, these are the labels that you could read about, or you could hide the labels, right? And then you could even like make a copy or make it sit somewhere without the cube. For example, I stamped it, and I'm just gonna take the cube out of the way. I'm gonna hide the label here, and then I'm just gonna move the elephant like here. Let me see if I can move it. Come on, elephant. How do I select you? Oh man, I'm not able to select it anymore. So looks like this elephant just wants to stay here. Let me see if I could delete actual size, continue. Can't see clear scene. Okay, so that's gone. I'll go back and we'll look at something else if we want. And guys, don't forget to subscribe. Let's see, there is this frog, a bear, a penguin, an owl, a shark. So you could read about anything. Let me know if you want me to open a particular one that you want to see. Otherwise, I'm gonna open adult frog. The other day, 2 days ago, I posted a video about a frog that I saw climbing my door, a glass door. So let's look at the frog. Okay, come on, load, load, load. Almost there. Come on, frog. Where are you hiding? Okay, there is the frog. Let's zoom it in. And here you could see the frog up close, right? This is the eye. If you look at the video that I posted, I saw it's doing that. So if we want to read about the throat, maybe it will tell us something that its throat actually becomes bigger or something when it stretches. Frogs stretch out their throat to pull air in through the nostrils. Oh, frogs also use their stretchy throat to produce loud calls. Oh man, their calls are like super loud, because here I get like frogs at night, and because I also had the pool, so there's more water around, and when it's more rainy there are more frogs around, and they'll be so loud at night. So that's what they use their stretchy part of the throat to expand and make that super loud noise, you see. Okay, froggy, let's see. Froggy, right. You could read about other things, like what does it say about the eye. Let's see. Frogs' bulging eyes give them an excellent range of vision. Frogs have excellent low light vision and can even see color at night. Wow, we can't see color at night. They could see color at night. That's not fair. What are they gonna do with all the color that they could see at night, right? Okay, so let's see. I'll go back. Okay, guys, it's getting more sunny, and I think maybe I should have moved inside, but I'm gonna end the live at this point. If you have any questions about this object viewer app or this merge cube product, this is, again, it's called Merge. This is their website, mergecube.com. I have this for many years now, so I'm not sure if the app and if the website and everything is same. It should be, because I was able to download this app, right? So thank you so much for joining. Uh, Brandon said froggy, yep. And that reminds me, one of my favorite book I used to read to my son was Froggy, It's Time to Get Dressed. That was a pretty cool book. Anyhow, I'll see you next time. In the meantime, stay happy and stay blessed. Thank you.